Bro, you wanna, uh, I'll come back after the episode, bro.
Did
Ay, ay, ay.
he sleep? No, okay.
No.
The sunlight breaks through. He probably wouldn't be able to anyway because
Yeah, he
of
probably had
yeah.
to. Yeah.
The sunlight breaks through my window shortly before my alarm ruins the morning silence. I feel sore. The events of the previous evening became suddenly. I can't even talk straight, and I wasn't good to begin with. Oh, the events of the previous evening suddenly intrude upon my consciousness, and I find myself blushing. That was an eventful evening, to say the least. And it explains perfectly the sort. Oh my lord.
Yeah, they did it.
Yep. The walk back, as I recall, had been rather tense. My trousers having been. Oh.
I just imagined him like shitting himself
Not that kind
instead
of
of like the. Yeah.
I had to wash them off in the bathroom before going back to my room.
Jeez.
But there was still a fairly obvious looking stain on the front. Unfortunately for me, the only person I ran into on my way back was Kenji, and he didn't notice a thing. Well, apart from me being in the general vicinity. Of course, he'd ask how the night went and whether or not I'd learned anything of importance. I don't even know if I opened my mouth to answer. I was too tired to care. And this morning,
Anatomy club.
I learned more about the female anatomy to better fight them for their conspiracy.
Oh, yeah, man, that's a great idea.
Maybe
Can I come next time?
No. And this morning, I'll admit that I'm feeling pretty worn out. Still, Emmy had promised to meet me at the track, and I hate to disappoint.
Oh, she did.
Ooh, this is rough.
Oh.
She's indeed waiting for me when I arrive, doing her best to look cheery despite the fact that she's sitting in a wheelchair. I wave to her and begin stretching. You're early. Emmy frowns and shakes her head.
Ridiculous. You're late. Overslept, Hisao? All tuckered out?
Well, at least she seems more like her old self. And as expected, she doesn't seem to be shy about mentioning our previous activities. Hey, you're lucky I could show up at all. All that Oh my god. Just seriously?
You know, this is a great alternative for her when she can't run.
There you go.
She's
Boom.
she's
You're
fine.
helping. You're helping.
Yeah, the nurse is gonna be like, "What have you been doing?" And she'll be like, wheeling quickly with my wheelchair."
I'm so done. All that sex last night.
Yeah.
It nearly killed me. I thought I would have to see the nurse. Might have pulled something, you know? Emmy laughs out loud and her face suddenly becomes concerned.
Hey, that's not I mean, you're not...
Go on. Spit it out.
Yeah, it's just that it would be hard to explain if you had an episode while we were...
Oh. Oh! Now that you mentions it, it really is a legitimate concern. I certainly hadn't thought of it last night, of course, other than pressing concerns that had been at hand. Or more pressing concerns. Well, I don't think anything we, do is going to be any more of a strain than these morning runs, and I handle these fine, so... Emmy considers this point.
Well, that's a new phase.
That is... Is it bad that I'm slightly really attracted to that face?
She's like, "I'm gonna ride you like a bull." That ain't no innocence. Hisao brought something out in this girl, and it's that face.
It's always the innocent ones, you know? That inner freak
yeah.
has been unleashed.
Yeah.
Just a devious light appears in her eyes.
Say.
Hmm?
Oh god, she's gonna request to do it on the
The light vanishes and Emmy grins ruefully at me.
She's gonna want to do it right now.
I can't help but feel vaguely suspicious.
Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good.
I seem to have forgotten a pair of gloves.
Oh, what do you need gloves for? Emmy indicates the chair upon which she is seated.
For this, of course. Sure, regular moving around is all well and good without 'em, but I want to be able to get a good workout. And to get that kind of speed, you gotta have gloves if you don't want blisters.
So what? Are you wussing out on me then? Or do I have to go, do I have to go it? Wow. Do I have to go it alone? Emmy thinks for a moment, or pretends to think.
If I remember right, there's a spare pair or
That.
two in the track.
Track shed. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, God. I thought she was gonna be like, push me, it'll be romantic. But now she's like,
No.
let's go in the shed.
Let's
It'll be great.
let's bone. That's straight up.
Oh, jeez.
So does she seriously want to do it then? But in her normal school uniform? Wow, come on, man. I'd have expected her
She's-
to wear her gym outfit for something like this.
She's not gonna do it in
Oh.
the uniform.
Do it as in like the exercise, but what she's meaning is do
it. Yeah.
in the uniform. Ah. Wait, what are they doing there? Emmy looks askance at me. I'm not even gonna pretend.
I'm so confused right now.
What?
Like, does she want to push,
Okay.
or does she want to?
No. This is how it is. Hisao thinks that this is all about exercise, right? That she wants to go around the track pushing, pedaling herself in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Emmy wants to have sex in the shed.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
then
that's what I think,
yes,
but look at what
no,
she
no,
says
no,
then.
No, but it's now occurring to me, occurring to us, Hisao, that if she really wanted to exercise that morning, she wouldn't be in her school uniform.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
She'd be in her gym outfit.
I get it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this line now. We're just gonna, yep. More cuttlefish and cantaloupe. Or whatever. Okay.
Seriously? You can't think of why a shed full of track supplies at a school for the disabled would have racing gloves?
Well, when she puts it that way, I suppose that makes perfect sense. Hey, I'm still getting used to this place. Give me a break, huh?
I guess I can let it slide this time. Now come on, I'll need your help.
I can't imagine what for, but then again, I didn't have any clue why racing gloves would be in the shed. So I am not willing to press the issue. Oh my lord. Hisao, come on, man. I mean,
If they don't do anything, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
I'm super disappointed. Emmy navigates her way to the shed easily, though. Enough. Though I can hear her grumbling under her breath. It's actually kind of cute. I hurry a little to reach the door first. Opening it will be easier for me than for her. The door opens and Emmy starts to wheel inside, only to come to a sudden halt at the doorway. It seems the door sill is slightly too high for her to get over by herself. She makes a few runs at it, unsuccessfully, before crossing her eyes and glaring at the offending object.
Stupid wheelchair. Hisao, can you give me a hand here?
Sure, no problem. It's a simple enough matter for me to bump Emmy over the doorway, jostling her slightly.
Hey, easy there.
Whoops, sorry. It's at about this time that I failed to notice where I'm going and run into Emmy's I'm going and run Emmy's chair into a mat. There it is. Yeah, there it is. She gives a startled yelp and topples forward out of her chair. Scripted. Totally scripted.
She planned this whole thing.
There's a moment of silence as I gaze in horror upon what I've done, and Emmy glares at me.
Hisao,
Yes?
promise me you'll never work at a hospital.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Emmy giggles and holds up a hand.
Would you kindly help me back into my chair, Hisao?
As I bend down to pick up Emmy, She grins in triumph and pulls me into a kiss that quickly has us both nearly unconcerned about getting her back into the chair. In fact, as I move to a more comfortable position, I confess that the chair is pushed out the door, which startled by the passage, swings shut. That's it.
How convenient.
That's it.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, there. More cantaloupes and cuttlefish. Well, at least we've got privacy now, which is a good thing as my hands work quickly to remove Emmy's blouse and skirt. I am startled to discover that she's forgotten to put her bra on. She didn't forget, dude.
Oh no. I seem to have forgotten.
Did she plan all this?
Oh no. No way.
It has to be a coincidence.
Hisao, you dense fuck.
Her arms unhook under mine and rest on my shoulder as I kiss my way down Emmy's neck, pausing to give special attention to a spot right where the neck meets the shoulder that I found last night.
You've gotten pretty good at.
I do try. Emmy pushes on my chest insistently, and I draw back with a puzzled expression.
I've got a confession, Hisao.
Oh?
I'm a sex addict.
I'm a nymphomaniac. Having pulled back, I decide instead to focus my attention on her breast. What? Dude, she's trying to tell you something. Pay attention.
Eyes are up here, buddy.
As she attempts to speak, her words are interspersed, oh my god,
There you go.
with giggles that I find incredibly cute.
I don't actually wear gloves.
My own reply is rather mumbled into her chest instead of being addressed to her face. Words quickly become irrelevant. Emmy's movements are almost frantic, as if she's been holding something back since we met this morning, and now she has an outlet. I'm barely nearly caught off guard by her aggressiveness, feeling her nearly rip my shirt off, the way she seems to vie to be in the dominant position. Oh, it's that kind of relationship. Oh.
Yeah. Well, she did headbutt him.
For my part, I confess that I'm caught up in her attitude as well, fighting back, rolling and wrestling even as I caress her breast, even as her fingers dig into my shoulders and I lose track of where we are. So much so that I roll right off the mat and land on something small and rather hard. Ow. Emmy, still flushed and breathing a little heavily, peers at me and bursts into laughter.
I'm sorry. Are you alright?
Yeah, I think so. Not sure what I landed on, though. I reach under my back and pull the offending object out, inspecting it closely.
That is the sound of my face palm.
And it is at that moment where Sangka and CAPTAINLEGZZ start to regret their decision of taking this journey together.
We should have played Amnesia. So I could forget this. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do this. Get out of this shit.
That's it. Lemon flavored. Wait, what? Emmy's eyes shoot upward and she begins, if possible, to laugh even harder.
He's gonna like land on something else and it's just gonna be like a like a strap on. And like all this other like
Dominatrix.
gross, like awful kinky stuff. Be like, ah,
Oh,
50 Shades of amputated.
if I could physically get up and walk away right now, I would. That's it. I'm done.
Oh god. Okay, we need to get out of here.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Okay.
Focus. We can do it.
I'm crying.
Somehow, I don't think this isn't very track related.
Oh man, I know whose that is.
What?
It's the track captains.
Well, now we know where she learned it all from. Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Well then. My old nemesis, or kind of. No, he's your nemesis. How do you know it's his?
Oh God.
It appears that I've asked a stupid question, or at least Emmy thinks so.
Because he's the one who told me the track shed was a good place for, what did he call them? Clandestine encounters?
Oh, he invite you to one or something? Emmy burst into more laughter. I confess the sight of a naked Emmy laughing is oddly beautiful. I feel an eagerness to end conversation and get back to what we were doing, despite my rather pointed questioning. Oh!
Hisao, the track captain's gay.
Tyrone! Oh boy! I see you! Yo, that's it. Him and Kenji. Canon.
Oh.
Canon. That's canon right now. Him,
Oh.
Kenji. Kenji doesn't like women. Think about it. It all makes sense now.
Oh.
That's it. Huh? Really? And here I initially thought you two were a couple.
Well, I did have a crush on him when I first joined up, but he wasn't interested. Obviously.
While we're having this conversation, can you just put some clothes on?
Well, no, they're still doing stuff. He just said, like, I'm getting back to my thing.
Oh.
But I'm gonna talk to her the whole way through.
But we are good friends, I guess. I mean, he told me about all this, you know.
I hesitate to ask. And really I do, but I ask anyway. But what does he need the, oh my lord.
Hisao, don't.
Done, dude. I'm done. Doesn't even deserve. How the hell does Emmy always manage to not blush?
'Cause she's so used to this.
Obviously, he uses it for, you know.
Whoa!
But stuff.
No, I'm full out snickering right now.
That face. That face just like...
It is actually so...
terrifying.
and yet very sexual.
Like overly.
Like it's the come hither. I'm going to.
Those are the bedroom eyes. Or the
Yeah,
shed.
like
the shed
the-
eyes.
the track shed. Eyes. And he tells you about all this? Emmy shrugs.
Yeah, of course, every detail. He's kind of wild about the whole thing. Says it's a feeling that can't be beat.
Oh, she's gonna. She's gonna ask.
Are we about to do butt stuff? Uh-huh.
Oh God.
The air in the track shed seems charged with some kind of horrible curiosity. That's interesting. I suppose they'll have to take his word for it.
Good answer.
No, well, you don't have to.
Well,
Birds outside stop chirping. The wind dies down. Somewhere a man is drinking a cup. Because you can hear that, right? He freezes with a cup at his lips.
we could maybe try it.
Oh fuck.
What? Emmy's finally blushing, rubbing the back of her head ruefully.
Well, it's just that we really can't do what we did last night, you know? It'd be a little... It wouldn't be safe, you know? Oh, Jesus. I mean, it wasn't exactly a great idea last night. So, you know, we could try this to see if it,
Is as good?
Well, yeah, basically.
Huh.
I got the cantaloupe.
Now I have a pumpkin, a squash, and a mouse.
No, it's a chinchilla.
Oh, the The sudden switch from pleasure to pain causes me to lose my balance, and I fall forward on top of Emmy.
Ow!
Ow! I quickly roll off Emmy and prop myself up, breathing heavily and trying to ignore the pain in my crotch. Emmy yelps a little as she rolls over. She grabs a couple of tissues we'd kept handy earlier and cleans up before getting her panties back on and awkwardly leaning against the wall. Still breathing heavily, I decide to sit against the wall next to her. The feeling of the cool concrete against my sweating back is a welcome sensation.
That hurt at the end.
Yeah, that was probably not a great idea. Emmy squirms in order to try and sit down beside me without too much pain. Judging by her wincing, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, I'm gonna have words with the captain. He was clearly lying.
The utter and absolute ridiculousness of the situation suddenly hits, and I began laughing. Emmy shakes her head and begins laughing with me.
Hey, Hisao?
Yeah?
We're never doing this again, right? Ugh!
Yeah, I think my curiosity is satisfied on this one. Emmy nods, satisfied.
Good. I think we should maybe stick to the basics, don't you? I mean, most of this is new to me anyway.
Oh, what do you mean, most? Emmy grins impishly.
I'll never tell.
An unpleasant thought strikes me. Even more unpleasant is the thought of having to ask Emmy about it. Still, after what you've just done, it should be a cakewalk. Hey, is there a sink? I'd kinda like to, wash off a little. Emmy's jaw drops.
In the sink?
Well, there's not really anywhere else to do it, is there? And, I want to avoid a smell that the nurse might notice. This is the most awkward.
He sees everything. They're just gonna like walk in and he'll be like, smells like a butt sex. Dear viewers, I'm so sorry.
You know what? Sorry, not sorry. You know what? I'm not even going to apologize.
We've dedicated so much time to this that we're not gonna quit. We're just gonna keep going because I feel like this is gonna happen more, at least 4 more times.
You're right. Yeah, it's on the back wall. There might be some soap, too.
Yeah. Thanks. There is, in fact, a little hand soap, which is better than nothing. No towel, though. Guess I'll just have to drip dry.
All finished?
I need a moment because just
Dude, yes, dude.
the thought, the mental image of him.
Just like standing there.
No, just have his like 1 foot propped up and like trying to get it in the sink. And then it's like this little pump hand sand like soap.
Oh god. Oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
This is by far the weirdest recording session we've had yet. For now.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that'll do for now. It's not like I'm going to take a shower. It's not like I'm not going to take a shower after we see the nurse.
Glad to hear it. Now help me find my clothes. You tossed them somewhere.
Hey, you were no better. How am I supposed to explain the hole in my shirt?
Sorry, I guess I got a little excited earlier.
It takes some time, but finally we're both more or less clothed. There's a frantic moment where neither of us knows where Emmy's wheelchair is, but I recall it going through the door and rescue it.
Now be more careful going through the door this time, would you? Bumps are not my friend right now.
I'm so sorry we tried this.
Oh god.
Emmy shrugs and grins.
Well, it was worth a shot, right? Anyway, it was good exercise, right?
Can't argue that. As we make our way up to the nurse's office, I notice that Emmy keeps shifting uncomfortably.
God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in a wheelchair, Hisao.
What? Oh.
You all know fucking why.
Mm-hmm. We're never doing this again. The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the mark that Emmy's left on my shoulder. What? Nor does he say a word about Emmy's constant shifting about in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to. All the same, I'm going to have to make sure he doesn't slip side nod into my medication for a little while, just to be safe. I shower for longer than usual, just to be sure I'm clean of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap. Who's there? That's not how the joke goes at all. Oh my god. I already said, who's there? More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon. On a school day. Now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Muto. Sorry I wasn't in class, I wear and it tired me out. You know, I was just having all the sex. You wouldn't understand. Don't worry. Yep, that'll go over well. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. I guess I ought to answer the door. I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side, though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me.
What the hell are you doing here, man?
Well, I was sleeping? Kenji nods in understanding.
Knocked out. I see.
Huh.
I told you be careful around that Ibarazaki chick, man. This is the sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious.
He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head.
She hit you with something? Or was it a drug?
Stop trying to touch me. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes.
You got a concussion?
I wasn't knocked out.
Maybe you just don't remember.
I was knocked up. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, I just had a tiring morning and fell asleep.
Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe.
What?
Jesus. She's not safe to be around. She's one of their most sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you know.
What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent of anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why.
You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know.
We're friends? I have no idea. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what being a friend really entails. I feel something like pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold out my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my hand.
Anyway, I need a favor.
What kind of favor? I'm out of money.
No, you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies.
Did you ransack my room?
That's not important. I don't need money anyway.
He adopts a very serious tone.
I'm about to undertake a major op. It'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. But it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back.
Sure man, anything. What the hell is he planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this?
If I go missing, wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspapers. It's hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of my desk drawers.
How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy.
So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age.
Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to, do that for you if you go missing. Please go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy and I've agreed to do this thing for him.
Great, man. Great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do.
And he's gone, dashing down the hallway. He made it seem so final. I hope I don't have to carry out his final wishes. What if Kenji is actually right about everything?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Just get the ending where it like turns out to be this fucked up school. Oh, shaking my head, I close my door and walk back to my bed. Guess I should go to class, if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today, and I did want to read more of that Hawking book Muto lent me. I'm sure he'd understand.